Group family? I am Brown here, your Life Groups pastor, along with Lauren Hood, our summer intern, and just had a few things we wanted to share with you. We thought we'd try a new video format and see how that comes across. But man, I don't know about you guys, but the summer has been incredible. We had a great at the movies, but I also know that during the summer, sometimes our Life Groups are a little bit inconsistent, people taking off and going and doing things. But when the school year comes back around, everybody seems to re-engage, and it's also one of the most exciting times of year for our ministry as a whole. Everything that you guys get to be a part of and I get to be a part of is the fact that more people will join or start a life group during the August, September timeframe than any other time during the year. And so this is an amazing time to begin encouraging those around us that we know are incredible leaders to step out and get outside their comfort box and really comfort box, whatever. So get outside their comfort zone and step outside the box and do something incredible to actually have a larger impact. And so I know that it's kind of a hard topic to have, but a lot of us will look around in our life groups and we see a concentration of leaders. We see, oh, that couple could lead a life group, that person could lead a life group inside of our own life groups, but we want to hold on to what we have because it's special, and it is special. But we need to also realize the fact that God has entrusted us with so many new people. We had over 1,000 new people come to our church during At the Movies, and we know that they're looking to make this place their home, but they're also looking for excuses to find a way out, like to it's too big or whatever. How do we make them get connected, or how do we make them feel comfortable? It's through life groups. Getting them connected to a life group is essential to these folks feeling like this is their church home and that they want to stay and be a part and dig in here and trying to be a part of changing the community in which we're in. And so what we call that is when we send people out from our life group, we actually call that multiplication. And it's a incredibly healthy thing to do. I've got to be a part of it a couple of different times. And I know it's scary every single time. I know for me as a leader and also as a member of a group that multiplied, when we did that, I was like, man, I'm going to lose all those friends. What we have is incredible. And I was true. It was right. Like, it's incredible, but it wasn't. I didn't lose those friends. I was more intentional about those relationships, those people that got sent out. But I was also given an honor to meet all these new folks. And I have relationships with these new people that I never would have met if I had not had the courage to step out. And guys, you have those people in your group. It's time to encourage them and get them out there and be a part of what God's trying to do here. And the bottom line is, if they're leaders, God wants to use them for his kingdom. He wants to grow his kingdom through them. And we can't stand in the way of that. We need to encourage that. And there's been no better time in maybe the history of our church to do that, because for the next 4 weeks, Pastor Craig has recorded extra video content to go along with the different series. And so somebody who's reluctant or not sure about leading, they can easily get in there and let Pastor Craig lead the group for them and then them facilitate the questions. And then in September, we have this awesome series called My Big Fat Mouth, which is, I've got the image of the Kiss t-shirt with the lips and the tongue. Like, it's going to be incredible. But anyway, he's going to record an additional 4 weeks of content to help those leaders get started as well. So for 8 straight weeks, Pastor Craig will lead these life groups. And it's an incredible way to encourage a new leader to just really get out there and get going. Also, what we need to do is we've got all these new people. They may not really understand what a life group is. And so we want to have some intentional conversations to help them understand how important it is to be a part of a life group. And we've printed off these great cards called the Find Yours cards. It tells them a little bit about what a life group is or how to start a group. And we want to have 1,500 individual conversations with folks, encouraging them to start or join a life group. Why? Not because we want to have those conversations just for fun, but because we know that people who are engaged in life groups have a more intentional and more intimate relationship with Christ. And that's because they have a shared relationship with Christ. You guys have heard Pastor Craig talk about that. You've heard Pastor Trevor talk about that. We know it's true because we're experiencing it ourselves. I know from my own personal experience, when I joined a life group, I became a better husband and a better father, and I'm a better follower of Christ because those relationships hold me accountable and they encourage me to become more of who God's created me to be. You guys know it's true, and we want to share that with everybody who comes through these doors. So that's one way. You can find these at the Life Groups wall. You can also find them at info. The other thing you can do is share on your social media, your Facebook, your Insta, Twittergram, whatever it is that you have. We want to encourage you to do that. You can hashtag, or, it's #sign for some of us older folks. If you can hashtag my life group and let us know what's going on in your life group. You can also tag me in it. I would love to know what's going on in your group and be able to respond. And it'd be exciting. If you don't know how to tag somebody, ask somebody younger. That's what I'm doing. So we can do those things, and we can help get people encouraged and share why a life group is so important. And guys, I just want to share from you from my heart. These folks that walk through our door, they're lost. They need help. And we have to be passionate enough to give up the things that we love for things that we love even more. We've got to give up the comfort of having the folks that we have around us. And we've got to be really willing to be open-handed and release them to go and do what God's called them to do, because there are people who need us. And so, guys, we have an incredible responsibility, incredible honor, but it is an incredible burden, and we are up to the task, because people who are coming here, they need Jesus, and we've got what they need, and helping them find that through their relationships with Christ, but also in their relationships in their life group. Well, as we talked, August and September is an incredible time of year. School's starting back up. People are coming back to the life groups. It's also a sad time for us on the Life Groups team. We've got Lauren, who's been here all summer. She's had an incredible impact in our ministry, but she is going to be leaving us and going to UCO as a college freshman, and we're so excited for her to go and do that. And also, she's going to step on and help the Broadway and Britain team, and we're excited for the impact that she's going to have there. A couple of her wins this year, she's worked really intimately with Becky McMunn and John McMunn to make an incredible At the Movies Life Groups wall. You guys saw it with little turtles on there. It was incredible. Lots of people going over and engaging there during the course of the At the Movies. She's been helping some of our youth identify what their God-given purpose is through the Kazone experience. She led through that with some other leaders. That was incredible. The thing I'm most proud of that she's been a part of is actually helping to revamp, along with Charlene Teague, our info area and bringing some intentionality to that. You know, it's the only place week in and week out that we send people from stage, people who are new believers, people who have questions about our church. We send them week in and week out. We want to make sure that they encounter incredible leaders who can help them take their next steps. Often those next steps require relationships with people through life groups. And so she's been instrumental in helping bring some intentionality to that. And I know she wants to share something with you guys, so I'm going to let her have a minute. So
I wanted to shout out a couple people. First of all, Ian, for teaching me an infinite number of puns and being an incredible leader to work under. My experience has been amazing. I'm so thankful for it. Also, for two people that I've got to work alongside, Charlene Teague and Becky McMunn. Becky for making the wall consistently look better than I ever could.
Absolutely.
And I'm so thankful for that. Also with Charlene, who has been instrumental also with the info. She has helped me. She's been really intentional with finding those leaders, many of them which are you guys, and we just want to thank you for that. The impact you guys make week in and week out, being there, you get to have incredible conversations which lead to life change. You got to see this weekend at baptism. Also, for all the life group leaders, I've been a part of mine here in Shawnee for about 2 years, and the consistency and the way you guys pour into those attend, whether they go here or they don't, it's really incredible. And you're planting seeds that'll be harvested in years to come. So I'm really sad I'm leaving, but I'm very excited for all that God's going to do after I'm gone.
Absolutely. So Lauren, thank you so much. You've been an incredible help just in our ministry as a whole, to our life group leaders. But just been a great friend to me and to my family. I want to thank you for that. We're going to miss you. And guys, I want you to know, we're so excited for what's happening here at church. You guys know, you see the building across the street, but God's doing something really incredible right now, and we got to get engaged, and we're so excited. I feel so honored to be on this team with you guys. So we love you guys. We thank you. And remember, whoever finds God
finds life.
Finds life. And so if you've stuck around for all 8 minutes of this, you now have, we want you to come by and see us this weekend at the Life Groups Wall. We're going to have a candy bar for you. Love for you to be there. Thanks for sticking around till the end.